Moving on to the fourth motion for the day. Fictional TV shows have better entertainment and educational value than reality TV shows. So we have Prime Minister John coming up for 2 minutes for the motion.
I've gotten really sick of watching television on an actual TV. For one main reason, is because for over the last decade and a half, there has been an invasion on the television screen. It used to be really popular. It used to be the thing that people wanted to tune into, and that is called reality TV. However, from the get-go, even though I was interested myself for a bit, I saw something really missing from reality TV. And it's the wholesomeness and integrity that's missing in reality TV that you can only find in fictional television or cartoons. Check this out. Baby, oh, come here. Reality TV. One thing is, who's making out with who? Or who's cheating on who? I don't care for that. Now, when you watch Spider-Man cartoons, you're going to see an amazing example of philosophy and the way to teach your kids and your fellow man how to live. Is when you have power, you have to have great responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. You can also see this in G.I. Joe, Yo Joe, Cobra. There's always a segment at the end of G.I. Joe, the cartoons, that teaches life values. Do not touch a hot stove. Do not jump off a cliff. When you go to the fair, stick with your parents or some weirdo is going to get you. What does reality TV teach you? Okay.
That was quite the painting of the picture. Thanks, John. Now, to speak against the motion, I invite Dean for 3 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen. We are being told that fictional TV shows have better entertainment and educational value than reality TV shows. Well, I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that is completely false. That is unreal. Because I will remind you of one thing the Prime Minister just said. He talked about Spider-Man cartoons and how its great responsibility comes with great power. Talking about G.I. Joe. And one of the life lessons learned at the end of the show was don't jump off a cliff. Meanwhile, Spider-Man jumps off huge buildings in the middle of a city. And I'm confused. I don't know, as a 5-year-old, I'd see Spider-Man jumping off buildings, G.I. Joe not jumping on cliffs, and that's not really educational. That's confusional to me as a 5-year-old. So perhaps entertaining, I don't know, the entertainment in the bad logic of that thought. Reality shows are there because of editors' cuts. They cut out the boring parts. You don't have to go all along. They show you the bits that are important, that are fun, that are exciting, that are sexy, that are thrilling. That's it. So, what do we learn? Way more educational. How not to raise kids. Honey Boo Boo. That you can't trust anyone. Survivor. Even the guy you thought was your best friend. Home repair programs. That 99% of Americans should hire a contractor. And 23% of them are missing at least one finger because of carelessness and stupidity. But that's the educational value of reality shows. Don't do this. You can't get entertainment like this since we had the Three Stooges poking themselves in the eyes and smacking themselves in the head. You get that for free. Survivor. Everybody does everything to undercut each other. That's That is the entertainment value as well. It's free. Even the Amazing Race that has a little bit more thought put into it, they've got games and they've got things like that, there's always a fight. Never ever trust your best friend slash relative slash sister slash brother to do something when there's any critical time limit or anything like walking across a crevasse on a little narrow piece of wood. That's entertainment for the audience, not for the participant. And it shows you probably shouldn't sign up as a reality show participant, if nothing else. That's what the educational value is there. Fictional shows, somebody's imagination will never beat the stupidity of real life people doing crazy stuff.
Thanks, GP. Okay. So for the final rebuttal and summation, I call upon John again for 1 minute.
You spoke about Spider-Man jumping off buildings. When I spoke about jumping off buildings is a bad thing, which was taught in the end of a G.I. Joe cartoon, I remember back in the 80s somehow. The main difference is Spider-Man had great power, so he had to have great responsibility when he jumped off a cliff or a building. He did it in a way where he landed properly with balance. So thus, he's teaching people that once you have the ability to jump, throw a ball in a hoop, or run far on a track field, or when you have the powerful decisions to alter the lifestyle of someone else when you're in a board meeting or something, you got to take responsibility for your actions because you're in a powerful position. Now, you mentioned that reality TV shows teach you not to trust people, to always be suspicious and wary of people. I think that's going to make people paranoid, and they're just going to not love each other in our society anymore.
Thank you, John. Okay. So with show of hands for the motion. 5, okay. Show of hands against the motion. 12. Okay. So 5 to 12, the motion is defeated. Thank you.